I would like to thank Dinya Israel for sending me this story that is coming out of St. Landry Parish, Louisiana, where you have this woman by the name of Amy Wyble, who was a daycare worker and should not even be near pets, let alone kids, who is now charged with pretty much assault and violent assault, if you ask me, against two children that was in her care. So apparently, a couple weeks ago in December in this month, two children were badly injured in her care. They said that they were hospitalized with broken bones. Now I wonder what kind of lie she would have came up with to try and say that she didn't do it. What, did they fall down the stairs? They fell on the playground? What? No, this woman broke their bones. I'm going to go ahead and read this article. It says an Arnaudville woman has been charged with 2 counts of felony cruelty to juveniles following an investigation into 2 children that suffered severe injuries. According to Sheriff Bobby Guidraz, I probably messed up his name, on December 27, 2018, detectives arrested Amy Wyble after 2 separate investigations into cruelty to juveniles. According to reports on December 12th, detectives were informed of a 5-month-old victim that had sustained a broken left femur and broken ribs. Detectives arrived in the area hospital and spoke to the emergency room physician. The treating pediatric physician said rib fractures were caused by someone applying forceful compression to the rib cage area, and the spiral fraction of the femur was caused by someone forcefully twisting it to the point into breakage. Now, this is a 5-month-old child we're talking about here. Their bones have not yet fully developed yet. It does not take much to break them because they're still fragile. In the healing process, could you imagine what a healing process for a 5-month-old would have to be when you damage badly those areas? The femur injury appeared to have occurred within a week, and the rib fractures occurring within a 4-week window. Detectives interviewed the parents and obtained the name of the caregiver, who was identified as Amy Wyble. Detectives were investigating Wyble on a previous complaint of abuse of a 3-month-old that has similar injuries under her care. The other child has sustained rib fractures, bruising to her left eye, a laceration to the tongue and top lip. Detectives working with Department of Children and Family Services defined Wyble's profession as a non-licensed daycare center. So it says non-licensed daycare center. So this bitch shouldn't have even had children in her care. Clearly. During Wyble's interview, she did not intentionally inflicting any pain or injuries on both juveniles. Wyble provided several non-intentional scenarios of how the victims may, here it is, remember I told you, she's going to lie to cover herself. She says she provided several non-intentional scenarios of how the victims may have sustained their injuries, detectives said. Wyble reportedly stated that some of the injuries could have been made during the course of changing their diapers, and for the fractured ribs, Wyble stated that one of the victims had experienced abdominal cramps, and she would soothe the child by rubbing the abdominal area. I wonder how long it took for her to come up with both of those lies. Detectives continued their investigation and released Wyble. I don't know why. Wyble was later asked to return to the office for additional interview, and she stated she would not be returning until she hired an attorney. During the investigation, an additional complaint entered the office and stated Wyble was her 6-month-old daughter's caregiver, but was removed from her care due to unexplained bruising to her face area. The 6-month-old child was under her care August 2018 to October 2018. The photographs were submitted and it showed the same injuries the other children had. When brought to Wyble's attention by the parent, she had no explanation. The parent did not want to pursue criminal charges. Again, I don't know why, against Wyble, but wanted to voice her concern for the safety and well-being of other children. At that point, you might as well just be quiet. You didn't care about the well-being of your child to pursue charges, so why are you trying to talk about the well-being of other people's children? That's so backwards. Detectives were able to determine that Wyble was the only adult that had direct supervision of all the victims. This, along with other key evidence, led detectives to arrest Wyble and charge her with felony cruelty to juveniles. She was booked on a $20,000 bond. At 10%, that's only $2,000, and I'm sure she can probably find that somewhere. After all, these people have been paying her hundreds of dollars per month to be the so-called daycare provider they hired. I don't know what it is, but it has been just like a nonstop flow of cruelty to children at the hands of these palm-colored Neander knuckle dragon pieces of shit. But like I said, it does not surprise me that cave behavior is in the genes. They may be out of that cave, but the cave is not out of them. And it shows. I mean, look at her. She looks like she is capable of doing the most heinous of shit. But I'm still upset with that parent. Like, you didn't pursue charges against her. Why? They released her before, but why? I don't know. I don't get it. Y'all let me, couldn't be me. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. The links will be in the description. I'll talk to you in the next one.